Three-term contingency. What is three-term contingency? Three-term contingency is a method to collecting behavior data through observing the antecedent, behavior, and consequence collectively. It shows how the environment influences behavior, how the consequences can influence the future occurrence of the behavior, and aids in the prediction and control of behavior. This is also known as the ABCs of behavior. The first term, or the A, is called the antecedent. The antecedent is any stimulus that prompts an individual to engage in a specific behavior. The antecedent happens immediately before the behavior occurs. When looking at the antecedent, we must always consider where the individual is, when the behavior is occurring, who is directly involved in the behavior occurrence, and what happened directly to the individual. There are a wide range of antecedents that can occur and influence behaviors. A few examples are being told no or denied from getting or doing something they want, transitioning to a new or even between settings and activities, being given a demand or prompt, unstructured, too little or too much free time, and sensory over or under stimulation. Antecedent strategies are preventative measures used in the classroom to limit the occurrence of problematic behaviors. These interventions target the four functions of behavior: access, sensory, attention, and escape. Examples of antecedent strategies for these functions include visual timers for individuals who struggle with access, altering the physical environment for those who struggle with sensory, adult check-ins for those who struggle with attention, and chunking tasks for those who struggle with escape. The second term, or the B, is called the behavior. This is the actual manner in which an individual acts in response to a stimuli. In this part of the contingency, you are stating exactly what you are observing. This includes saying what you see and hear. Be sure to be specific yet simple, never assuming the behavior based on your personal opinions in the situation at hand. Examples of behavior are endless. A few examples of common problematic behaviors are biting, clapping hands, spitting, yelling rude obscenities such as "I hate you" or "no," running, also known as eloping, crying, and tapping. Also remember that not all behaviors are problematic. You may witness complying behaviors such as saying "okay" or following a directive. The third term, or C, stands for consequence. The consequence is the immediate reaction or response to the behavior displayed. Just like behavior, consequences can be both positive and negative. Consequences are used to promote or deter the behavior. In some cases, the consequence is not appropriate and it may have an adverse effect, causing the behavior to increase in severity or frequency. Similar to behavior, the types of consequences can be endless. Examples of consequences include ignoring an attention-seeking behavior, giving a piece of candy to a student who completed their work, taking away an item because the student is distracted, losing weight from dieting, giving a hug to someone who's crying, giving an award to a student who's on the honor roll, reducing an activity for a student who's overwhelmed, and giving a verbal response to a student who asks a question. There are four types of consequences that we provide. Positive reinforcement is when a desired reinforcer is provided to increase a behavior. Negative reinforcement happens when an undesired object or stimuli is removed to increase a behavior. Differential reinforcement encompasses a variety of behavior modification techniques that involve either providing or withholding a reinforcer to increase or decrease a behavior. Finally, punishment is removing or withholding a reinforcer to decrease a behavior.